She was in.
Welcome on this sunny Thursday afternoon to the varsity softball game at the Mountain View Spartans location versus the crosstown rival, the Los Altos Eagles. Up to bat for Los Altos is number 4, Alexis Music, a senior for the Eagles.
And pitching for Mountain View is Asia Minor. Oh, Alexis just hit a foul ball. Alexis usually hits. Her batting average is .241. Her on-base percentage is .333.
There's a strike. It's now 1-2. That was strike 3, little high for Alexis, but there's 1 out. Now up to bat is lefty Sophia Assar.
And Sophia hits .345 as her batting average, and she has a .500 on-base percentage.
As a freshman.
She is also the starting pitcher for this game for the Los Altos Eagles with a 2.02 ERA.
It's 1 strike. Right to second and out at first.
So that was from Anjali Lowers to Camila Hernandez.
Now up to bat, we have senior Jocelyn Lee, and she's also the captain.
That's Lauren Hahn.
Sorry, Lauren Hahn.
And Lauren is leading the team in both batting average and on-base percentage. And I think we see an example of that right there.
And she just tattooed that ball. She's turning around, going to third, and is safe. And she hesitated. But good backup by the Spartans. Nice tattooing of that ball in between left and center for Lauren. Now up to bat is number 20, Shelby White.
Shelby is also a senior, and she just got done with her AP exam, so she was running into the field during senior night for Mountain View. Hard hit ball past the third baseman, scoring Lauren Hahn, and Shelby is sitting at first.
We're having a little discussion at the mound. We've got a little wind going on. Up to bat, M. Gounce, who's a junior for the Eagles.
Showing bunt, but
hits right field, right down the line. Fair ball. Throwing it in, heading to home. Is she going to get tagged? Oh, almost. Shelby White in for a run. 2 runs for the Eagles.
And M hit a double. She's got a stand-up double.
Pinch runner coming in. Now up to bat is Steph Billieu, number 15, a junior.
And Steph plays third base for the Eagles.
Big swing, she wants to hit that ball.
Yeah. Her batting average is 308 and her on-base percentage is 486.
Right to center field and caught. Nicely hit, right to the center fielder.
And that is 3 outs, and the score is now 2-0 in favor of the Los Altos Eagles.
We are back to the Spartans softball game against the Eagles. And up to bat is Lauren Dove, number 12.
And Lauren leads the Mountain View Spartans in both batting average and on-base percentage. So she's a good leadoff hitter. She's facing Sophia Sars, the starting pitcher. Sophia's ERA is in the very low 2s.
And that was a little out, though. Yeah, that, I guess that was a little outside for ball one. Looked like to be same place, but shortstop's got it. And quick, Lauren is quick, and she's safe at first. Now up to bat is Anjali Lowers, number 31, a junior for the Spartans.
And Anjali plays second base today. She is sometimes their pitcher as well. And Anjali hits a very healthy 296 with an on-base percentage of 394.
Almost a pass ball, not quite. So the runner goes back to first. Ball one. That was right in the strike zone. 1-1.
We have a nice healthy wind that's coming across the field, blowing into the right field area.
Hit right up the middle. Runner advances. Runners on first and second. Now up to bat is number 4, Annie Marcelino, a freshman for the Spartans.
Now batting number 4, Annie Marcelino.
Annie hits an on-base percentage of 379 and a batting average of 227.
She's got 1 strike on her. And a line drive just foul past the third base line.
That was pretty lucky for the Eagles. If it had been fair, it would have been a
been.
number of runs being scored.
Yeah. It's 0-2. Pitcher is way ahead. Third baseman said, please don't pitch her inside because that one went really fast down the line. Slow. Got her out. Ooh, almost a double play. Annie was quick, made it to first.
But the runner is out at
Third, because she was tagged, yeah.
right by Steph Billieu, and it is a fielder's choice.
Now up to bat, Asia Minor. The person you want to know if you have a baby, because she will be studying pediatric nursing. Outside.
And it looks like both runners are taking very healthy leads.
Sophia's trying to hit that corner, and the umpire is not buying it. Ooh, hit. She's hit. So she takes the base. Bases are loaded. 1 out. Up to bat is number 8, Marissa Choi.
And Marissa hits 345. Her on-base percentage is 387. And she has a perfect fielding percentage when she's out there.
And Robert Herrera, the Eagles head coach, wants to have a little discussion with his pitcher because Asia is the cleanup.
Pitching change for Los Altos.
Oh, we're having a pitching change.
Right, it looks like they're moving Shelby White from left field into the pitching position. And I am trying to see if Sophia Assar is then just trading positions with her or not. So Shelby White is their regular first pitcher, and her ERA is a very good 0.66. I think it's the lowest ERA in the De Anza League this year.
The speed of that ball is very fast.
I don't think Shelby had a chance to warm up earlier because of the advanced placement exam, and so she's coming in now, and these are all her warm-ups.
So we still don't know who's out in left field. It's going to be a mystery for a little while, fans. All right.
Now batting, Marissa
Marissa
Choi.
Choi is facing a new pitcher. There's 1 out. Bases are loaded. She's fired up. Ball 1, outside. She's protected, foul back to the backstop. 1-1.
Marissa has 1 triple and 2 doubles in addition to her 7 singles this year.
That was a wild ball, and she's going third base. Oh, she passed ball, allowed a runner in. Now the score is 2-1, with the Spartans having 1 and the Eagles having 2 in the bottom of inning 1.
And so now first base is open with runners on second and third.
And it's 2-1. Outside. Los Altos pitchers enjoy that outside corner, but they haven't quite persuaded the umpire to call that a strike yet. 3-1. Ooh, right up the middle. And the ball is coming home, and she's safe, and then she's going to second, and she must be what?
She's safe.
She's safe.
So Marissa gets a 2 RBIs on that one. Score is now 3-2 Mountain View.
That was a very exciting play. That was a nice hit right over the pitcher's head.
And I think that's a single with
Batting number 1, Mariah
her run to
Villalobos.
second when they tried to throw out the other player at home.
All right, number 1, Mariah Villalobos. Now he calls the outside. Finally, they finally got the outside corner. All right, 0-1. Oh, a little little bit of a changeup. Just kind of snuck it right by her. 2 strikes, no balls.
Mariah hits 238 with an on-base percentage of 346. And she has 5 RBIs on this season.
Strike 3.
Little
2 outs. Runner on second. Now batting number 23, Camila Hernandez.
Camila Hernandez.
Camilla is a senior. She hits 235 with an on-base percentage of 409.
Strike on that first one.
And meanwhile, Marissa is taking very healthy leads off a second. I think she's going to try to challenge M's arm at third.
Big swing, 2 strikes.
Jim, do you know who's in left field? Sophia?
Ball, 1 and 2. And
She's
they
gotten
got her.
Marissa was thrown out at third base from catcher M. Gauntz to third baseman Steph Villieu. And that is 3 outs, and the score at the top of the second after 1 inning is 3-2 Mountain View.
Eagles are up to bat. And batting is Allie Barrios, number 10. Oh. Outside, ball 1.
Allie hits 214, and her on-base percentage is exactly the same.
Right to the shortstop, Lauren Dove throws, gets her out. 1 down. Now up to bat, Jocelyn Lee, senior.
Now batting number 6, Jocelyn Lee.
Jocelyn drove in the winning run against the Los Gatos team last Thursday for Los Altos, clinching first place for the Eagles.
A little high and outside, ball 1. I believe that was a very exciting strike by the umpire.
Is it exciting for Asia or exciting for the umpire?
It was the umpire all the way. And there's another strike. He wasn't as excited that time,
Yeah.
but it was still a strike.
It was a strike, and
Now it's 1 and 2. That's high. Two and 2. Got a little bat on ball, but it went foul.
I think she was just trying to protect the plate.
Yep. Still 2 and 2. Pop fly. Pitcher is, she gets it. 2 outs.
Now batting number 3, Francesca Baker.
Number 3, Fran Baker, is up to bat for the Eagles. Ball hit to third, thrown out at first.
And after 1.5 It is still 3-2 Mountain View. The Eagle went down 1-2-3.
All right, now batting for the Mountain View Spartans
Still batting,
is
number 23, Camila Hernandez.
number 23, Camila Hernandez.
Camilla probably looks familiar to you all. She was at bat last inning when the runner was out at third trying to steal the base, and so she gets to go up again.
Ball 2. Camilla's ahead because there's no strikes. Nice pitch. And it's 2-1.
Shelby is going to be playing softball next year for the West Valley College team.
It's a little high. 3-1.
Batters count.
Full count. Okay. Ball 4. Illegal pitch.
We are trying to find out what happened there.
What was the catcher interference?
Error on the catcher. Oh, she threw down to first base. Can't do that. Error on the catcher. She was excited. She thought it was a strikeout. Threw it to first. So Camilla is on first. Now up to bat is number 6, Nikki Pappas, who's a senior headed to Loyola Marymount next year and studying marketing.
It's a nice foul ball into the tennis field. Nikki usually hits a 103 with an on-base percentage of 161.
And she's checking with her coach to find out what he wants her to do. While Camilla hangs out at first and the Eagles hang out on the mound. Everybody's hanging out everywhere.
Camilla is the second Hernandez daughter to be playing for Mountain View, and her younger sister is also on the team. Her older sister graduated a few years ago.
Foul back to the backstop. Oh, and 2 is the count. Strike 3.
Now batting number 56, Bella Sullivan.
Number 56, Bella Sullivan, is up to bat. She's a sophomore for the Spartans. Oh, little bunt, but that was too far outside, so it was fouled back.
Bella hits a 238 average, 346 on-base percentage, and she's hit a triple as one of her 5 hits this season.
Strike 2 is right down the strike zone.
Camilla looks like she's been taking pretty big leads now that the first baseman has moved up a little bit.
High and outside. 1 and 2. Ooh. Swung hard.
Now batting number 12, Lauren
2
Dove.
outs. And back to the top of the batting order is Lauren Dove.
Lauren hit a single her last time at bat, and it was a nice line drive between the second baseman and the shortstop.
That was a little low. 1 ball, no strikes.
I couldn't recognize it, but I saw the hair and I was like, wait a second.
Big swing, 1-1.
I believe at one point Lauren and Shelby were teammates on one of their travel ball teams, and they still may be, so they know each other pretty well, I think.
2 balls, 1 strike. That was inside.
That was a nice stop by M. Gounce, their catcher.
High and outside, 3 and 1.
Lauren leads the team in OPS at 1.296, which is very high for a softball. Ooh.
Full count, 2 outs, runner on first. Big pitch right here.
And I'm assuming Camilla's going to start running as soon as she can.
Nice, nice. You're just sticking with, so I'm
Hit high right to the first base.
That was caught by Ali Barrios, and so the score remains 3-2 Mountain View after 1.5.
And the Eagles are at the top of their batting order with number 4, Alexis Music. Hits it right to Lauren Dove, who throws it to first, and she's out. Next up is Sophia Assar,
And
a lefty.
she's the player that started at the pitching position, is now playing left field. At her last at-bat, she hit a grounder to the second baseman, Anjali Lowers, and this time she hits it up the middle
Lauren
again.
snags it and gets her also. That's only 2 pitches. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Boom.
Asia's not getting much of a workout right now.
But Lauren is.
Yes.
All right, now up to bat is
Now batting number 11, Lauren Hahn.
I'm dueling it out with the announcer here at the Mountain View Spartans.
Whoa.
Lauren Hahn just hit it down the third base line, but it just goes a little foul.
And Lauren, at her last at-bat, hit a triple into deep center right field.
So it makes sense to pitch her inside.
It looks like the Mountain View players are maybe 1 or 2 steps
Oh, change
farther
up.
back than normal.
Change up, second strike. Outside.
With 2 strikes, I don't think Asia wants to give her anything to hit.
Nope.
Lauren's batting average is .581 on the season.
The key is to brush her back.
There she goes.
Goes to third. Bullet. And right. 3 up, 3 down.
And the score remains 3-2 after 2.5 innings.
Number 31, playing second base,
And we're back to the Spartans versus Eagles softball game. Now up to bat is Anjali Lowers.
At our last at-bat, Anjali hit a very strong single up the middle.
A little high, ball one. Pop fly back behind the backstop. And Maggie Wing almost had that ball. Anjali still up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Looked low, ball 2.
Anjali, like Camilla, has older sisters who used to play for Mountain View Spartans.
That's high. Ball 3, 3-1. Inside, ball 4. Now up to bat, Annie Marcelino.
Annie got on a fielder's choice last time she was at bat in the first inning, and she scored a run after that. On that fielder's choice, she had hit to the third baseman.
Little high, ball 1. Strike right down the middle.
I think that was just a pure fastball.
Mm-hmm.
It does make you wonder how much this gusty wind is affecting the pitchers today.
It is very gusty. Big swing. Annie wants to play. 1-2. Swings and, ooh, collision. Ball is caught and the runner advances.
That was a little collision between Fran Baker and Taylor Athens. I actually couldn't see who caught the ball.
It was second base.
So Taylor Athens, and then they
Tangled.
They tangled, and while they were tangling, Anjali Lowers smartly ran to second.
And now the coach is checking in on his players, see if everybody's all right. Everybody's good. No blood, no guts, no glory.
There's a nice check just because we now have Asia Minor up.
Cleanup batter. We've got 1 out. And Anjali is on second. Is that Anjali on second?
That's Anjali on second. Asia leads the team in RBIs with 13 during this season.
High and outside. Ball 1.
At her last at-bat, she was hit by the pitch and took first on that.
And pass ball, and she hits. Oh,
Wow.
she blocked the base, and Anjali couldn't slide.
Yeah, M got a nice bounce off the backstop on a wild pitch and was able to throw out Anjali at third. Looks like the coach is challenging that.
Saying basically she blocked the base without the ball.
Looks like the appeal has been turned down, and Anjali's going back to the dugout. Nice play between M and Steph.
2-0 is the count. And now the umpire is going to talk to his other,
The two blue people are talking together.
the Blues. I've got the Blues. And more discussion, and he just had a need to know.
Yes. They were making dinner plans for tonight.
Yeah. We going Italian or Mexican? All right, here we go. 2-0. Two and one.
Hey, Blue, you check the count with the home book?
Nice fastball right down the middle.
We're holding up, checking the count.
Count with the home book, because I had 2 balls.
And we're checking the home book to see if the count is accurate. Two balls. We are accurate. We've got it all dialed in. 2 and 1. There's been a lot of action while Asia's been up to bat.
It's because she had an uneventful inning as a pitcher the half inning
Ooh,
before.
change up right down the strike zone. 2 and 2. That was an awfully nice pitch.
It was.
Outside, high and outside. She uses that pitch a lot, and it has not been called yet.
No, I think she was trying to get Asia to maybe
Some
chase
reach,
it.
yeah. Asia says not in my house. Full count, 2 outs. And strike 3.
And so after 3 innings, the score remains 3-2 Mountain View.
Now batting, senior Shelby White, who will be headed to West Valley in the fall, and she will be playing more softball.
And Shelby had a nice single along the third base line at her last at-bat.
And there's a little squibber that's squibbing, and she gets on.
She beat it out. A single is a single.
Squibber or squibber?
She's talking to the assistant coach for Los Altos, who is Chris Fennell. On the third base side is the head coach for Los Altos, Robert Herrera. I think that Robert Herrera is now asking for a courtesy runner for his pitcher, Shelby White. And that is number 2.
Caitlin Smiley.
Mm-hmm.
And up to bat for the Eagles is M. Gounce.
M plays catcher for the Los Altos Eagles, and she hit a double last time into along the right field line. It's a nice line drive. The Mountain View girls are lining up as if it is supposed to be a bunt, so we'll see if they do that again. Their first baseman is
She's very close.
very close to.
One strike. She has absolutely. Oh, ball goes up and over, hits, bounces around back there, but nobody was hit.
Yeah, Camilla was playing so far up as a mom, it made me a little worried, but
Because she has no face mask.
she has no face mask. But after with 2 strikes, I think the Mountain View coach is going to send them back to
Pull them back.
their normal position. Yeah.
All right. M hits right, And here comes Anjali from second base. Gets the out. Runner is still on first. Now up to bat is number 15, Steph Billieu.
Now batting number 15, Steph Billieu.
It's like I'm hearing an echo.
There is an echo.
Steph hit a fly ball into center field at her last at bat. She hits a nice bouncer.
And she can't go anywhere because
Nice bouncer to Lauren Dove, but it was deep and she did not have time to throw it to first, so she wisely just sat on it so
And-
that there wouldn't be an overthrow or anything like that.
an M was already to second. And she's quick.
Yeah.
First baseman, number 10, Ali Barrios.
Up to bat is sophomore Ali Barrios.
Allie hit to the shortstop Lauren Dove at her last at bat. And she plays first base for the Eagles.
And it's hit back behind to the backstop and dribbles down to the floor. Counts 0-1. Runners on first and second. One out. Ooh, right to Lauren Dove. She gets the girl out at third. So no advancing for that runner.
So it's a fielder's choice. Nice decision by Lauren Dove. We have Steph Ballou at second base and Ali Barrios at first.
Now batting, shortstop, Jocelyn Lee.
Up to bat is Jocelyn Lee, a senior. Oh, and hits to second base. She's headed to Rice University in Texas.
And after 4.5, the score is, or after the top of the fourth, the score remains 3-2 Mountain View.
And up to bat is Marissa Choi. And she fouls it off to the back. Oh, no. Catcher and third base were wondering who had what. So the ball drops.
So one strike.
0-1.
Marissa had a single last time. It was a nice line drive right up the middle.
Ooh, change up.
Nice pitch.
Beautiful, man. That was a great pitch. Oh, and 2. High and outside.
Yeah, she laid off that one. She
Yeah.
looked like she wanted to swing, but she's laid off
She
on it.
knew what was coming. All right, it's 1 and 2. Another high one.
Looks like the same place.
2-2. I'm telling you, it's a favorite.
I think Shelby's being a little careful with Marissa. She has a triple, 2 doubles, and is leading, or in one of the leading hit makers for Mountain View.
That was low and outside. Full count. It's a good at bat by Marissa. She just held off for 3 pitches in a row. Ah, got her.
Striked out swinging. That is Shelby White's 5th strikeout for the game.
Now batting, third base, Mariah Villalobos.
Mariah Villalobos is up to bat. She is a senior and headed to Foothill College to start her journey to be a registered nurse.
Mariah plays third base for the Spartans, and at her last at bat, she struck out swinging.
0-1. bunts. Oh, and caught by the catcher. Foul ball, bunt.
Nice
Beautiful
catch.
catch.
That's 2 down.
And up to bat is Camila Hernandez. She's wondering what this inning has for her this time.
Yeah, the last time she was up, there was an error by the catcher soaring down to first after only 2 strikes, and so Camilla was allowed to take the base.
Well, and she got hit in, what, the first inning?
Oh, no, that was Asia Minor. The
Oh.
first inning, she was up, and then someone got caught stealing.
That's
so
what it was, yeah.
So this is her second official at-bat, but she's been up there 3 times.
Yeah. 0-1. Inside ball. Swings away. 1-2. That was a bunt, went high, and the catcher leapt and caught it.
That was M count, so now Camila Hernandez is up. Count is 1-2.
Protect and serve. That's what Camilla is doing right now. 1-2. Strike 3, looking.
Caught for looking. That's her 6th strikeout, and after 4 full innings, the score remains 2-3 Mountain View.
And here we are back at the Spartans versus Eagles softball game.
Now batting, right fielder, Francesca Baker.
Up to bat, Fran Baker, a senior who's headed to Michigan State in the fall.
And she was showing bunt right there on that first pitch, but pulled back on a ball. Fran has a very good eye. Her walk to a strikeout ratio is 6-1. And she's showing bunt again.
Swings away. 1-1.
And Mountain View is their first baseman and third baseman closer to home plate than to their respective bases, although the third baseman has taken a couple steps back now.
Ooh,
Nice line drive.
blistered out to between center and left.
The nice line drive just over Lauren Dove's head into left center.
Now up to bat,
Now batting,
Alexis
center fielder,
Music.
Alexis Music.
And she is a senior headed to LMU in the fall.
Alexis is a 4-year varsity player and started actually her freshman year as well in center field and has held that position for 4 years.
And she's one of the captains who just tried to bunt and it went foul. And she comes right back. 0-1.
Alexis hit a ground ball to shortstop at her last at bat and was thrown out at first.
Goes to, the runner advances. First base was off the bag, so they had her, but she's quick.
And so Fran is now at third base. And Alexis is very fast. And since Camilla was way in for a bunt, there was no one covering first for that single.
Yep. And now we have Sophia Assar, the freshman, getting inside tips from the coach, Robert Herrera, the head coach. Good throw. Runner did not advance home, but she did from first to second.
So Alexis is now on second. Fran is on third. And it looks like a little small ball is going on because for that first pitch, Sophia showed bunt. And she showed bunt again.
Little low. Little low.
Sophia's batting average is .345 with an on-base percentage of .500, so she can swing the bat as well as she can bunt.
Little low. Nice stop by the catcher. Two and one. Outside, 3-1. Hitters count.
It is the hitter's count. In addition to Coach Robert Herrera, who's presently at third, and Coach Chris Fennell, the Eagles have two assistant coaches, volunteers, two previous players for Los Altos, Courtney Athens and Nicole Baxley.
Now the bases are loaded, and up to bat comes Lauren Hahn.
Lauren Hahn.
And Lauren leads the Eagles in just about every batting category you could have. She has a batting average of .581, an on-base percentage of .618, 18 hits on the season. Actually, it's 19 hits now with her triple in the first inning.
And last time the Spartans and the Eagles played, it was back on April 22nd, and Mountain View squeaked by a 2-0 win, although 4 starters for Los Altos were unavailable for that game and 2 starters for Mountain View. So this is a whole new ball game, and Los Altos is at the top of the food chain. They're number 1.
At her last at-bat, Lauren hit a nice hard-hit grounder to Lauren Dove, and Lauren was able to throw her out at first.
Good block. Good block by Annie.
And before I forget, I should announce the Mountain View coaches as well. Their head coach is Xavier Cook, and their assistant coach is Wes Reguini. He was the one that was out there talking to the girls just a few moments ago.
To Lauren. Right to shortstop, let the runner in. So now it's 3-3.
And Lauren gets an RBI for that.
Yep. And now up to bat
is Shelby White.
Shelby.
I think she wants to put a few more runs up there because she's pitching as well.
And high fly ball and caught.
And
the runners come in. Uh-oh. She almost had it, but...
So after Shelby's long hit fly ball, Alexis tagged up and came in from third. And then after that, Sophia on an error, a throw catch to the catcher position, was able to then also take home. So with 2 down, they've now scored 3 runs. And M. Gounce is up, their catcher. She has a nice line drive.
And caught by the center fielder.
And so that's 3 outs, and after the top of the 5, it is now Eagles 5, Mountain View 3.
Visitors from St. Francis.
The Dianza League varsity softball. It says baseball, but we're pump faking you. It's really softball. Standings: Los Altos is 10-1, Los Gatos is 9-2, Homestead 7-4, Mountain View 7-4, So Mountain View should be higher than Homestead. I'm just saying. Milpitas is 4-8. Wilcox is 2-9, and Fremont is 0-11.
No bias there, though, Ann.
Yep.
I think Homestead is listed above because Homestead's beaten Mountain View twice.
It's got an H.
I think it's because they beat them twice. Los Altos' only loss is to Mountain View, so this is an important game, if not for the standings, for their team morale.
All right, looks like Lauren Dove is back.
No, I think it's number
it Lauren?
6, Nikki Pappas,
Oh, Nikki.
their right fielder. Her last at-bat, she struck out swinging. And foul ball. Looks like her timing is right. It's just a matter of getting the barrel on.
All right, here we go. 0-1. Right to center field and caught.
That was Alexis Music.
It's a big swing. It's a good catch. Now we have Bella Sullivan up to bat, who's a sophomore.
Fielder, Bella Sullivan.
Last at-bat, Bella struck out swinging. And she wanted that one.
Yeah. Strike one. Bunt. Safe. Safe. She made it. Nobody was expecting that, I think.
No.
Everybody was amazed.
Now
Good
batting
run.
Shortstop, Lauren Dove.
Now the top of the batting order, Lauren Duff.
And Lauren Dove is one of Mountain View's most consistent hitters. She hits .455 batting average, .538 on-base percentage. Last time she was up, she hit a fly ball to the first base person.
She's been getting a lot of balls at shortstop.
Yeah, she has. Lauren is quite good at playing shortstop. Her fielding percentage is .932, and I think it's gone up this particular game.
Big hit to the right field and caught and sent the runner safe. Ooh,
Out.
she got out.
She's out.
She's out.
Nice catch and then throw by Fran Baker out in right field to catch Bella Sullivan at second when she was tagging up. Looks like there is a
Question.
request for a reconsideration, but I think that the field umpire called her out of the baseline or somehow didn't touch the base.
Sounds like she was out of the baseline.
Yeah. So after 5 innings, Los Altos leads Mountain View 5-3.
And now up to bat for the Eagles is number 15, Steph Bilyeu.
And she had a nice line drive that went just over Lauren Dove's head her last at-bat for a single.
Hit to Angeline. There she goes, and out at first.
At bat was number 15, Tanya Ellis. Now batting, number 10, Ali Barrios.
Up to bat is Ali Barrios for the Eagles.
And her last 2 at-bats, she's hit to Lauren Dove both times at shortstop. The first time she was thrown out at first, second time she got on at first on a fielder's choice. Ooh, nice hit.
Hit to left field. Caught.
Nice catch.
Marissa.
Mm-hmm.
That was Marissa Choi in left field who caught that ball. And up to bat is Jocelyn Lee, one of the captains for the Eagles.
Shortstop, Jocelyn Lee.
She's hit 2 fly balls today. The first one to the pitcher, the second one to second base.
Right to Lauren Duff, out at first.
So it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Spartans. The score remains 5-3 after the top of the 6th.
We're back to the game, and Anjali Lowers, the second baseman, is up to bat.
She has a good hitting day today. She's 1 for 1 and a walk.
Strike called, 0-1. Ball on the dirt, 1-1.
This is a nice stop by the Los Altos catcher.
Ooh, protecting.
Yeah, it looked like that.
1 and 2, because that was winding outside.
I think Shelby has a curveball, a screwball, a rise, a sinker, and a fastball, and we've seen the changeup a lot.
Yeah. All right.
So that was
She
a
struck out.
and a drop third strike, so M had to throw down to first, and Anjali had run to first to try to get that base.
Now up to bat for the Spartans is Annie Marcelino.
Annie was on first in the first inning and scored a run on a fielder's choice, and then had a fly ball to the Eagles' second baseman out in foul territory.
Swings away, 0-1.
Catcher, Annie Marcelino.
There's a little discussion with the assistant coach for Mountain View. Coach Wes Reguini.
Laguini. Strike 2. Foul ball, back behind, and into the parking lot. Still 0-2. And a big high, and it missed by the first base girl. That ball was high.
It was high, and there is a little bit of a wind, but it looked like an error by the first baseman.
Now up to bat is Asia Minor, the senior headed towards Deanza in the fall.
And Asia's been hit by a pitch and struck out swinging, so she's looking for her first hit this game, and she is a good hitter, so we're looking for it too.
She took, and it was a strike.
Courtesy running number 20, Leela Corson. At bat, 44, Asia Minor.
Strike 2. 0-2. Courtesy runner Leela Corson is on first, waiting for Asia to hit her somewhere. Outside, high and outside. I recognize that pitch.
Little discussion going on between Shelby White and her catcher, M. Gowns. Think they're telling a knock-knock joke?
Yeah. Who's there? All right, the count is 1-2. Runner on first. 1 out. Big swing. Strike 3. And the next batter is Marissa Choi.
She had a nice line drive into center field for a single in the first inning and struck out swinging in the fourth.
That was fully outside.
Yes, it was. Marissa hits 345, so she's looking for a hit. And the courtesy run in Corson, Layla Corson at first, is dancing a lot, so challenging the Los Altos Eagles catcher.
Oh, bunt. Bunt down third base, and she dribbles, and she goes back, and she hits it. It's very exciting. There's a lot of action going on in the field.
There was a lot of action. I think there was a little bit of a hesitation going on between Shelby and Steph because the ball looked like it could go foul, but they decided they couldn't wait. And meanwhile, the girl ran safely to first and second.
So Mariah Villalobos, number 1, is up to bat. She's got 2 outs, and the runners are on first and second.
And Mariah, at her last at-bat, had a little blooper foul ball into foul territory that M. Gowns made a great catch on.
Big swing. 0-1.
You got this, Mariah.
Strike 2. 0-2.
The outfield is shifting towards right field, so I'm not sure if that's going to be an inside pitch or not. Nope, outside.
Outside. It's the old outside, high and outside. Because she had connected, it would be going right.
Yeah. And Alexis Music in center field stays that way, so maybe another outside pitch. We'll have to see.
1-2. And there's strike 3.
And that's 9 strikeouts for Shelby White, and after 6 full innings, the score is 5-3 Los Altos. And we are taking a look at Asia Minor, who is the P1 for Mountain View High School. She's the senior. Great batting average, great stuff. And she's hoping to replicate her win from the very first game of this season over Los Altos. Now up is Fran Baker for the Eagles. Oh, I'm sorry, it's...
Yeah, Fran Baker. Hits a line drive and caught. Caught by Marissa Choi out in left field.
That was Fran's third time hitting into the left side of the field. She has gone 1 for 3 for today.
Number 4,
Now we're top of
Music.
the batting. Is Alexis Music, headed to LMU in the fall, senior for the Eagles.
And I think she'd love to get a hit for her last at-bat as during the regular season. Alexis has been playing for varsity at center field for 4 years in a row, so she started when she was a freshman. Nice hit.
She hits right in between
In the-
short and third.
In the 5-6 gap.
Now up to bat is Sophia Asar. After we have a little discussion at the mound.
Yeah,
It's a party.
it is a party. It's got Xavier, I'm trying to see if it's Xavier Cook, their head coach, or their assistant coach, Wes Ragini. Next up will be Sophia Asar, who scored a run in the 5th inning.
Meanwhile, we're all sitting in the wind going,
And it was Xavier Cook who came and tried to, I think, give a little pep talk to Asia. Gave her a little pat on the back just before he went back into the dugout.
all right, so we're back in play with Sophia as she's a freshman for the Eagles.
She started out as pitching in this game and then moved out to left field.
That's low and outside for the lefty. That was right. And it's just kind of a hit in no man's land, and on base she goes, and the runner from first makes it to second.
So Alexis Music is on second and Sophia is at first.
And now's Lauren Hahn up to bat.
Interesting fact that Sophia was actually on the Los Altos High School softball field first because of remote learning before she ever got into the classroom at Los Altos. Lauren has hit her last 2 balls at Lauren Dove, so we're expecting, or actually at the third base person.
Pop up, who's got it? Pitcher. Asia snags that one.
We have 2 down.
With Shelby White up to bat. Shelby is their cleanup batter.
And at her last at bat, she had a sacrifice fly into some deep center field.
Strike. 0-1.
Alexis Music is taking a pretty big lead.
Little
and
high.
off of second base. But the Mountain View catcher is not biting on that. Annie Marcelino.
Whoa. Caught her reaching. 1 and 2. Not sure how the pitcher can see the home plate because it's awfully muddied over.
It's a pass ball. And both runners are advanced.
2 and 2. Little high. It's a little high. Full count. 2 out. Batters on, or runners on second and third. Big pitch
Yeah,
coming
and
right here.
The runners will be running as soon as they can.
Ah, walk.
Oh. Sophia was challenging, trying to draw a throw to second, maybe hoping to score Alexis from third.
So M. Gounce had to take off all of her catcher's gear. She was prepared. Two outs, bases loaded. Pop fly to Anjali at second, and that's 3 outs.
No runs scored that inning, although they were on the base in scoring position. So their score remains 5-3 after the top of the 7th. Mountain View will be up for their last at-bats.
First base.
The Los Altos pitcher, Shelby, is going to be pitching to the 7th, 8th, 9th hitters for the Spartans. And first up is Camila Hernandez.
Camilla struck out looking at her last at-bat.
High and outside. Camilla is headed to San Jose State in the fall to study criminology. High and outside.
Hey, I think I've heard you say that before.
That'd be 2 balls now. And Robert Herrera, coach for the Eagles, is calling a time to go chat with his
Entire infield.
entire infield. Yes. So how we know all the information about the Mountain View seniors is because it is senior night here at the Spartan Softball Stadium.
And it was a nice little ceremony where the girls, each of the seniors, got to march down along the first base line with their parents, while a little blurb was narrating their walk.
Hence why we know all about criminology.
Yes.
Inside. Ball 3.
Although, Ann, you were much smarter than I. You were taking notes during those little narratives.
Yes, I had the power. That was right down the strike zone. 3-1.
I don't think Camilla had any intention of swinging at that one. I think she had a take sign going.
Yep. And right, nice hit.
Up the middle, past the second baseman. Nice single.
So now up is Nikki Pappas. And for all you softball fans, this weekend, the college teams are playing to see who gets to the College World Series. So look on your local stations for all of those games.
Number 6.
And they have now substituted in for Camilla.
Nikki Havas.
A runner?
A runner.
Pinch runner?
A pinch runner. I think that that was Camilla's last at-bat, and they're taking her out.
All right, so Nikki Pappas is up. She belts it in the middle, but it is caught by the senior.
Alexis Music.
Yeah. 1 out. And also another fun fact, softball is back in the Summer Olympics in July.
Oh, it is, I know.
Yes, we've had a little bit of a drought. They took it out for a while, but in Tokyo, we'll have it back.
So we have Sophia Attell as the pinch runner at first. And now the number 9 batter, Bella Sullivan, is up at bat.
It's going to be a lot of softball this summer, I tell you. There'll be no fans because the fans from other countries are not allowed in, but softball is back. That's why we have TV and streaming services.
And Bella was attempting a bunt, but it went foul along the first base line.
Are you keeping me on task here,
I
Linda?
am keeping you on task. We are so close to the end.
Okay, it's 0-2, 0-2. 1 out. Little 1-2.
Bella has one triple for this season, and so I'm thinking she's wanting to duplicate that.
And a pop fly back behind the backstop. Everybody's fine. Nobody got hit in the head. Still 1-2. Strike 3. It's 2 outs.
Up to bat.
That is Shelby White's 10th strikeout of the day. We are back at the top of the lineup.
With Lauren Dove, the Spartan shortstop.
At her last at-bat, Lauren hit a nice fly ball, but was caught by Fran Baker.
Outside, goes to the tennis courts. Luckily, no one was playing. They could have gotten a solid concussion. 0-1. Hit sharply to short, and that's the ball game.
The Los Altos Eagles have taken their final game of the season, 5-3 to the Mountain View Spartans.
So now they're 1-1 for the season.
Yes, they are 1-1 for the season. And I believe both teams may be getting invitations to CCS, so this is not the end of their season. I think Mountain View will end up in 4th position.
Final score, Los Altos Eagles 5.
And for the KMVT 15.org sports producer director, Josh Young, camera, Breen Ewan, camera, Robin Frank, camera engineer, Tim Erskine, and a special thanks to Mountain View High School, and the announcers, Ann Martin, that would be me, and my buddy, Linda Baxley.
Thanks, Ann, for inviting me.
Thanks for coming.